The United States of America, a land of opportunities and a land of dreams for many. And Mauritians have the opportunity to realize their dreams by going there on a training program. And then they acquire experience which they can bring back to Mauritius, which will benefit the whole country. Now, Think Recruitment of Mauritius has organized a fair whereby recruitment has been going on for a few days. And now we're going to talk to Romy Birken from HRC International, who has come here especially to recruit young Mauritians for the hospitality sector. Romy Birken, so you're from the HRC International to recruit Mauritians here for the United States of America. So tell us, how did you and why did you choose Mauritius to recruit interns?
So Mauritius is for us a great country to recruit because there's many different hospitality talents here on the island. So both in culinary arts, but also for rooms and F&B. Since there are so many beautiful resorts and great schools here, the students have a great background and they all speak many languages. They have a great spirit. So for us, it's a perfect market to come and recruit talents for.
So you've been doing interviews with people here, they come here. And what did you notice about them?
I noticed that they're all very professional and extremely ambitious so far. So everyone really wants to take this dive into the deep and take this new challenge, and they're not afraid of doing something new. So that's something that we of course really like, because it will be something very different and very new for them.
Now, we know that in Mauritius we have a few training schools in hospitality, like the Hotel School of Mauritius, you have Vatel, now you have other schools coming too. How far is Mauritius, like you say, a very good destination to recruit people? What makes it so different, so unique? You've been around the world, so what makes Mauritius so unique?
I think for sure what makes it unique is one, that the students here, the candidates in general, they speak multiple languages. So that's not always the case. They also speak very good English. And the other thing is that they have just a great hospitable background. So it's just in their blood. It feels, that everyone is just super enthusiastic, very positive minded. And that's what we really love. That's something that you gotta have in you. And that's not the same thing as I see in some different countries. Now you're recruiting people here from Mauritius to go to the United States.
We've heard people going to mainly Europe, England, France, a bit of Australia. Now USA is a land of opportunities, we know that. And how is it different from the other destinations we usually know traditional?
So I think one of the differences might be that in the US, the bigger the better. It's where all the big brands also are born. So Hilton is of course from there, Marriott's from there. So it is really where the hospitality industry started developing itself. So you have their hotels with such a size that students have never seen that before. Like we have hotels that we work with that are over 1,000 rooms. So that's something, that's so unique. That you only find that in the US. You don't have that in Europe, and you don't have that here. So that's also why we like to work with the US, because there's whole different new things. And I think that's very challenging for them.
Now, we know that United States of America is so huge, as you said, a big country, and we being a small country, how do you think that Mauritians were going to adapt in the United States of America?
I think they adapt pretty easily to the differences, because they always find other people that are in the same shoes. So they really team up together and share their experiences. So of course they will also run into some issues maybe, or some problems that they have, and they find each other from all across the world. All the J1s really get together, and together they find it out and they talk about it. And they, nowadays we live in such an era where you have all the technology, they just FaceTime home and they talk to their families. And so that I think helps them also a great deal to become to their best in the US, and have that connection still with the island and with people from Mauritius as well that are in the US.
So going for Mauritians, going to an unknown land, okay, is a land, a dream come true, and especially US is the country of where dreams may materialize, but they also face some difficulties. I mean, what are the difficulties they might face there, and how do you counsel them?
So I think some of the challenges that they for sure have when they go to the US are, the cultural differences. So in the US, they work just very differently on the work floor, maybe compared to here to Mauritius, but also to what I'm used to, for example, in Europe. So it's all very different. And the best advice that we always give them is, to talk with a lot of American colleagues that they have and really get to know the reasons behind the culture and why they do things the way they do it. And they have to adapt to it. I mean, they have no choice. It was their choice, to go in the first place to the US. So they have to find a way to make it work for both them and for the hotel. So we always try to counsel them in the best way by having also support managers in the US from there in the same time zone that can give them so many different suggestions on how to do things differently, how to do things better, maybe if they have some problems. So we are really there for them all the time to make sure that they feel comfortable and to advise them indeed, as you say, on different things.
Now, when you recruit young people here in Mauritius, how much time do they spend in the US and what do they get in return?
So they get to spend 12 months or 18 months for the program itself. So that's the whole training program. And then after that, they will have an additional month to travel around. So that's the most fun month for them, of course. So they first have to work very hard and then they get rewarded by 1 month of vacation time afterward.
And now when the Mauritians go there in US, what do they get? Do they get paid?
Yes, for sure. Yes, of course. So the salary they get in the United States is the exact same salary as all of their colleagues get. So there's no difference between an intern, let's say, from any country in the world and an American professional. They get the exact same rate of pay. So that can be, let's say, average ranging from $13 to $20 per hour. So they can make a pretty good living there for sure.
Now, when the interns, they finish the whole program, what do they acquire from the US? Or what do they bring back to Mauritius? And how can this benefit the whole country?
I think they bring back a whole lot of professionalism of all the things that they've learned there in the US. Different approaches to problems, different ways of handling guests, and they're just reborn as a new person with, having a look at the outside world and all the different things that they see there that is very different from what they're used to here on the island. So I think they can bring with them a lot of new insights for hotels as well, where hotels can benefit from afterwards.
Romy Birkin, you're saying that the experience they have acquired will benefit the whole tourism industry on Mauritius?
I think so, for sure. I think they for sure will benefit from it because I see how great the professionals are that are coming back from the US and how they stand in life just for themselves, but also definitely professionally. So I'm for sure that any hotel would benefit from this, not just hotels in Mauritius, but if they decide to go on and travel further to Australia or Canada, they will for sure also benefit from that.
And when you recruit, at what level? Is it operational level, management level, or which level do you recruit?
So we recruit on all kinds of levels. So we have about 4 different levels, entry levels that you can step into. So really ranging from the most practical levels where you learn the basis of the operations, running up to the level of assistant manager where you are running the operations yourself and overseeing it. So that can be up to supervising about maybe 50 people during one shift. So it really is all the different levels in between. So it depends very much on the students, what level they have, and then we can see what's fitting best with their background.
I understand you're here for the first time.
Yes.
And seeing those people you've interviewed, do you think you'll need some more time to come back and recruit more people here? 100%.
I've really fallen already in love with the island, and all the people here are so friendly. That's what I've been saying to everyone here. Everyone is so welcoming and really wants to make you feel at your best and wants to show you around. So I hope I get the opportunity to come back again next year to meet even more students and talents, and then also to see again all the talents that we have placed already in the US that are back again in Mauritius and speak with them myself and see how they have experienced their USA time.
And that's it for this edition of Business Connect. Follow us on our Facebook page and also find this program on our website. We'll see you next week for another program of Business Connect. Till then, goodbye from the whole team.